What's up, guys? Today we're going to be socketing our gems and enchanting our gear. So first we have to know about the vault. Right now it's in Valdraken in Dragonflight. This is how we're going to get the items that we need to exchange for the sockets. To fill up our vault, we'll either need to do rated PvP, mythic dungeons, or raids. To do that, we go to Group Finder and you can see all the different things we can do here. If you don't want to do mythic plus or can't do rated PvP, or you just want these sockets as fast as possible, then we're going to be doing the raid finder. Just click on the raid button here and we can queue up for all three at the same time. Queue up for those raids. They're so easy to do, especially since there's so many people in them. All we need is a couple of these bosses and we are maxed out for the week in that raid category. After the next maintenance, we have unclaimed rewards in that Group Finder tab where it shows our vault. So then we just head there, open it up, and it'll show you all of the items that you got with your hard work. Now each character or alt that you have has their own vault, and you only need to have 3 checkmark boxes in order to get 1 socket. But instead of getting the items, we're going to hit this option down here and get these tokens of merit. With that currency, speak to the guy next to the vault and we'll see the storm charge manipulator, and then exchange that currency for the item. These are season specific. So now we have this socket item. All we got to do is right click it and it'll show us the gear that we can slap it on. Do not use the socket charging item on the necklace. We'll cover that in a second. Click the gear that you want to add it to and boom, that's it. Now if we hover over it, it'll have an empty socket. Now we can put a gem in it. If you don't know which gems or enchants you need, go ahead and fast forward. For now, we're just going to use the Zen Malachite. Head to the auction house, speak to this absolutely beautiful, gorgeous woman. We're going to find the gem that we need. We're going to pick it up, shift right click on that piece of gear, and then just drag the gem to the socket. Easy as that. Since this is time gated, we want to be careful with where we put those sockets on. In order to get sockets on the necklace, we're going to head back to the auction house and we're going to type in tiered, and we'll see 3 different tiered medallion settings. Each tiered medallion settings grade corresponds with what socket it can unlock. In order to keep things super simple, just get a level 1, a level 2, and a level 3. Once you have them, just right click them on your inventory and then click on your necklace. And there we go. So now we have 1, 2, and 3 sockets on our necklace. Now we're going to fill those sockets with some gems, baby. Booyah! Now for enchants, you can see I have some already. The only thing you have to remember about enchants are that if you are putting it on a piece of gear that you're planning to upgrade to tier set with the catalyst, you will lose that enchant upon upgrading it to tier. Not a super big deal, but just something to keep in mind. The same process for enchants as the other gems applies. All we have to do is pick them out from the auction house and then slap it onto the piece of gear that qualifies for that enchant. Of course, we'll want the highest grade possible for those enchants, but some can be very expensive for marginally better stats. So don't be afraid to get the next best option. Quick example, so we got the enchant, we got a new pair of boots, and we just slap it on there, super easy. Now you can use websites like PvP Leaderboard to find links to specific players' gear. This way we can see exactly what enchants and gems other players are using. And then for PvE, we can use sites like Warcraft logs. We can even see the best gems and enchants for specific dungeons, as well as pull up individual player stats as well. If you're looking for more general type gems and enchants, we can cover the entire season for Mythic Plus, for example, and then go into the class that we're playing. Let's say we're playing Prot Warrior. Then what I like to do is just click on the first 3 or 4 top players and then compare those 3 players to find any similarities. For example, this guy's skills clap, love the name, is using Emeralds. He's also using the Sophic Devotion enchant on his weapon. Now the next guy is using some different gems, but if we look at the next guy's gems, we can see he's also using Emeralds and Sophic Devotion as well. So we know for PvE Prot Warrior, those are probably a pretty safe bet. Next is the class Discords. Of course, I will link every single class Discord down below. Join your class's Discord if you haven't already. They are definitely incredibly helpful, and all of them have some sort of FAQ, guides, or pinned notes where you can see every single gem and enchant that you'll need, as well as the best stat priority for your specific spec, because sometimes you may be leveling up and still getting your gear and slots first, and then those will link, or you can just go directly to sites like Wowhead and Icy Veins. Each of these and more sites are very good and will give you the exact enchants and gems that you'll need. And if you're DPS and PvE, of course, if you know how to use raid bots, you can always sim your character with specific gems and enchants. Don't forget Murloc.io, they have PvP and PvE and have a really neat way of organizing the top rated gems, enchants, and gear by themselves. If you're like me, you found a crafted gem and didn't know it was a crafted gem, and then you bought it because it had a similar name but you couldn't put it on your armor. What we got to do is head over here to the crafting area. This is this little villa section right here. Type in the gem you need. Take a quick screenshot of the gem's ingredients. Come back to the auction house and input each ingredient, and chances are most of all the ingredients you need will be in the auction house. Retrieve those ingredients and head back to the crafting house NPC. Leave a nice little thank you note and some gold and place your order. And then boom, baby, now we got that super sexy gem. Hell yeah. One last quick tip, make sure you favorite all of your most important gems and enchants. Since you're gonna be upgrading your gear here and there, it's much easier to favorite your most important gem or enchant for each character once. This just lets you streamline the entire process much easier and faster in the future. And that way we can get back to the serious business. Guys, thank you so much for checking out my channel today. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and hit that like button if you haven't already. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your week, and as always, don't forget to grind harder, baby. Let's go.